Hi everyone, it's Gwen from Hummingbird Tarot, and this is a video response to Anthony's 31 Days of Tarot. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I do post new videos every week. I'm combining several prompts today. Day 13 is asking where I'd like to be in my tarot practice in the year 2030. And I was thinking about this one. Where I think I'd like to be is just to be able to be more free and open about the fact that I read tarot. I find myself holding back that information until I can feel someone out when they ask me what I do, what my hobbies are, those types of things. I never share automatically that I'm a tarot reader. It's just, I guess, the stigma attached to it. I'd like to see that stigma go away. It definitely seems like it's more and more common, and people that I thought in my life would be shocked and not okay with it have been more accepting, and I've been surprised by that. There are still quite a few people that just have this very negative impression about it, and obviously there's always those charlatans out there, the tarot readers that give the rest of us a bad name, and there's nothing we can do about that. But it would be great if the rest of us who aren't trying to cheat people could have more of a voice and have it be more of an accepted thing to do. And that's what I'd like to see in my tarot practice in 2030. And I'm open to new possibilities, so I don't know where I'll be then. The sky's the limit. I know I'll still be reading tarot cards. So day 14 is there any tarot tattoos or decor that you'd like to share? And I actually just got, you can see the wall hanging behind me. It's a really pretty tree. I'll move the camera up a little bit so you can see the top of it. It's just really magical. It's like in a magical forest with little fairies flying around. So the tarot decor that I want to share is actually the wall hanging that's behind me. It's a tree in a swamp with magical fairy lights all over it. And I love the feeling that it gives the room. And I actually just got this a few days ago. I got a gift card for Christmas that I used to purchase it. And I love it. I love the feeling that it gives the room. So that's what I want to share. Day 15, favorite pop culture tarot readers. The only one that I've ever been kind of attached to would be the one that Anthony mentioned, and that was Solitaire from James Bond. The rest of them are so, it's almost like a joke about how they're always pulling the death card and somebody's going to die, and it's always this creepy thing, and that's typically what I see, and that turns me off, what I see in the movies and in pop culture. So I don't have anything to add to that day. And then day 16, I didn't do that one as far as painting your own thing to share. It's been a little busy here around the holidays here. So, and same with day 17, what celebrity would you like to read for? I don't have a choice for that. All the people that I pick, I don't know enough about them to see if they'd respond well. You never know how people are going to respond, and I'd only want to read to someone who was open to it. I'm going to skip that one. I do have some choices for prompt for day 18. Best deck for meditation or journey work can be tarot or oracle. And I have a few selections of each. And I thought I would share the deck and go into how I might use those for meditation or affirmation. Sometimes I meditate on things that I want to attract, and I will focus on those things using decks that already have something for me to focus on in the deck. So let me just share a few. So the first one I have is the I Am Power deck. And this deck is, and I'll give you more information. I don't remember who the author is or who the artist is on this one right now, but I'll put that in the show notes. But if you'll see, it looks like watercolor painting on there. And this is an example of one of the cards. So this says, I am vibrant, but you can see there's kind of abstract shapes in the back. So when I'm meditating, I may use this, I may focus on the shapes in the back and just kind of picture them moving and floating around and just use it as a way to check out and occupy my mind just enough to where I can just still the voices and my to-do lists and the things I'm worried about. And so it helps me occupy my mind just enough for me to be able to get the most I can out of meditation. And another deck I might use would be something that has a lot going on. An example of that might be the Voyager Tarot. This is a collage deck. And this one here, let me give you an example of the card. I use this in a similar way that I do the other one that had the abstract shapes. I just use the card and I just look at it and I imagine, I spend time on each of the objects in there. With the clouds in the background, I may imagine myself walking on the clouds or flying above them, wherever I can let my imagination roam. And it's just enough, as with the other deck, to occupy my mind enough for me to check out of my everyday worries and concerns and allow me some brain space to just check out for a little bit. And then here's another example of the Llewellyn deck. And some of these cards have a lot going on too. These are all hand-drawn. And I may, if I'm meditating too, just look at the card and go through every single object in the card and look and see what's going on, examine the cups that are there. If there's any paths in the background, I might imagine myself walking down those paths to see what's over the hill. I might, if you see there's leaves and things in the background, I might use those to define shapes like you do when you're looking at clouds and trying to find shapes in the clouds. I might do that with any vegetation that's there, or if there are clouds, the same kind of thing. So this is something that I might use. That's one of the ways that I use tarot decks as a part of meditation practice. Day 19 is the best deck for ritual or magic work. I'm not a witch, so I don't do any magic work or any type of rituals similar to what someone who practices might, but I have shared with you the meditation work that I do, and I would consider that a ritual for myself. It is something that I do every day. I use that to help manifest the things that I want in my life, and I would use any one of those decks that I just covered, or pretty much any deck at all. If there's a card that you like and you see something in that card, an emotion or something, a physical object or anything that interests you, that appeals to you, then you could use that to focus on as something that you would like to attract in your life. Thanks for letting me skim over some of those days, but I wanted to make sure that I hit on all of the days, and that was day 13 through 19. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else does, what everyone else has to share for those days. Thanks for stopping by.